Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sports. 3 and out, 8 divisions in 8 days. Let's go. On the training camp turf, the baddest collision on the face of the earth. 32 teams coming hungrier than ever. We smash through the grind and we pull together. Turn up the volume, let the speakers explode. IA Sports Radio, the king of the road. The season premiere is breaking the mold. The summer can't hold. NFC week is locked at the door. Now we're crossing the line for the AFC war. 3 and out, the battle lines are drawn. 8 divisions strong, the war is going on. Lock it in today, we're clearing out the way. 8 divisions deep, 8 divisions in 8 days. 3 and out. North to the Wild Wild West, East Coast to South, putting teams to the test. Stick it to them now, let the trash talk fly. Look them in the eyes under the summer sky. The gridiron is calling, the tape doesn't lie. We're drawing the line where the giants defy. 4 shows for the NFC, 4 for the AFC. Breaking down every single team on the map. You'll see, hear the battle cry call.
And welcome to episode 2 of today, and of course, episode 6 altogether. Let's go, y'all. 3 and out, 8 divisions in 8 days. We're taking the stage. Here it comes, y'all. Ready to rock and roll. We are 4 teams down now in the AFC. 12 to go. Can you believe it? We have just 12 to go in the entire NFL. We're 20 teams down now, and we got these last 12, man. The AFC East coming up at the next top of the hour, the AFC South, and then to finish us off for the night at the next top of the hour, AFC North. So let's go ahead and do it, guys. We're going to have ourselves some fun today. We're headed out east now to the AFC East, and boy, oh boy. Look, man, this division's fun. Okay, let me tell you. If you thought this division was just a one-team battle, okay, this one-team thing okay, for New England or Buffalo, you haven't been paying attention. The absolute chaos of this offseason is going to bring so much fun. We've got a massive power shift at the top, a historic drought trying to find a pulse in New York, and a complete franchise teardown in Miami. And oh yeah, don't forget, man. I mean, two heavyweights are ready to punch it out for the crown. Okay, but who are those two heavyweights? We'll talk about that coming up. So let's dive into it for today, man. Like I said, we're doing these kind of quick today, but this is actually a nice little change up. It's been pretty good. Last show was pretty good, and well, looking ready and set for this next one, man. We're gonna start things off. Of course, I like doing these at random order, so we are gonna start things off turning our color to that Jets green. That's right, y'all. New York Jets up first. We have a full slate, by the way. We have all four fans for this one here for this 8 Division 8 days show. So starting things off with the New York Jets season preview. And well, let's start right down. Okay. I guess you could say up in East Rutherford, man, because these New York Jets are a fascinating case study coming off a brutal 3-14 campaign. We just talked about a 3-14 team. Who was that? Oh yeah, the Raiders. So I mean, look, you cannot talk about the Jets without last year really without addressing the elephant in the room, or rather the zero okay in the stat sheet. For the first time in pro football history, a defense went an entire 17 game season without recording a single interception. Zero. Done. Nothing. Okay. Well, GM Darren Mulway, and I don't know how I always screw the guy's name up, and head coach Aaron Glenn saw enough, okay, because they completely blew up that side of the ball. They brought in elite culture changers and veterans like Demario Davis and Mika Fitzpatrick, paired them with high energy level talent like number 2 overall pick David Bailey, and completely revamped the defensive spine. Okay. Offensively, they turned to who? Geno Smith. What? To the front, right? Crazy, right? The return of Geno Smith. Okay. They returned the franchise to him. Okay, that originally drafted him a long time ago. Okay, years back. Okay, this gives him, he has tons of experience under center. He's been kind of a journeyman. But hey, look, operating behind an ascending offensive line with playmakers like Garrett Wilson and Breece Hall ready to eat. Who knows? They've got the 5th easiest schedule in the league. Apparently, that's what I read in one of these articles I was reading. So I don't know. I mean, I look at it and it's not like it's super crazy. But look, with this roster that's built to show like immediate fight, like this roster looks like, we're trying to prove everybody wrong really fast. Well, let's see. So, all right, guys, with that said, can Aaron Glenn turn this ship around and finally get this defense to take away the ball? Well, let's check it on out, man. We are going to jump into our first video of the day and talk to our dude, man. He, of course, is our Jets insider here at IE Sports Radio. Glad to have him, ladies and gentlemen. Joey Jets, take it away for the New York Jets season preview.
What is happening? This is Joey Jets with IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sports. Quick apologies on being gone for the last few months. I've had a lot going on. It's really amazing what events can transpire when jealousy rings its ugly head. Another story for another day. Anyway, let's talk about the 2026 New York Jets. We're going to preview the season, recap the offseason, and we're going to start off with a quick recap on 2025. And what an absolute joke of a year that was. By Jets standards, it was still really bad. 3-14, 29th in points forced, 31st in points allowed. They were just getting beat up and down the field pretty much every week. Even the 3 wins could have gone the other way easily. Cleveland, Cincinnati, and Atlanta. We should have beat Pittsburgh week 1. Just a lot of embarrassing moments. And to cap it all off, the Jets became the only team in NFL history to fail to record an interception over the entire course of a season. Not in NFL history since 1933 has that happened. We only forced 4 turnovers the entire year. So just pathetic all around. We did trade Sauce and Quinnen for some very good draft capital, in addition to A.D. Mitchell, getting him from the Colts in the Sauce trade. So that set us up with our wide receiver room this year. And the 2025 rookies, some of them looking really good. Armand Membu, Mason Taylor was developing as the year was going on. You still have A.Z. Thomas and Malachi Moore there as well, and a couple other guys that really need to show something if they're going to stick around on this team. But 2025, thank God that is out of the hair. 26, though, Aaron Glenn, you are on the hottest of seats, sir. You absolutely are. You now calling the defense, Frank Reich now in charge of the offense. Better get this right, otherwise everyone's going to be out on their ass at some point, if it's not during the season, at the end of the year. But I really like what we did in the offseason. Darren Muji made some really good moves. Trade-wise, we traded for Minka Fitzpatrick. We traded Jermaine Johnson for Trevondre Sweat from the Titans. We also brought back Geno Smith as a stopgap option at quarterback. Justin Fields did not work out in the slightest. Brady Cook's definitely not the answer. He was horrendous in those 4 games. I hope he doesn't even sniff the field of the roster at this point. So getting Geno in there and some experience, hopefully some stability, and someone that can teach our young 4th-round draft pick, who I'll talk about in a second. As well as some other signings. We brought back Demario Davis. We signed Joseph Osai, Chukwueze Okafor. We signed Nashawn Wright. We just made some quiet but good moves to really help improve this team. Dame Belton, another signing from the Giants to play safety. So I really like what Muji did in his trades and his free agency moves. We also extended Breece Hall, which was another move that needed to happen to help keep this offense, the actual pieces on this offense that we're producing, to keep them in the green and white for the foreseeable future. In the draft, you had some key draft picks here: David Bailey, Kenyon Sadiq, Omar Cooper, D'Angelo Pons. You got 4 starters right off the bat, in my opinion. You got Jackson, you got Klubnik, who can hopefully sit and learn behind Geno Smith. Hopefully he doesn't learn how to speed, because Geno's pretty good at that. You also got Inez Cooper from Miami and VJ Payne, the safety position that should hopefully push Andre Sisco off this roster. So some really good draft picks, some good trades, some good signings, just a good offseason for Darren Muji and the Jets. Looking ahead to the 2026 schedule, let's be realistic here, guys. This is not a playoff team. Best case scenario, you finish over 500, 9-8, but let's be realistic here, 6-11. I will be happy with a 6, 7, 8 win season. I just want to see some improvement. I want to see some competitiveness. I want this team to be relevant, because last year, and pretty much every year since 2010, with the exception of 2015, this team has not been relevant. And I would love to actually watch some football, some Jets football, and not have to sit here and the opening gun say, yep, we're already screwed. It would be nice to actually see that. There are some wins on this schedule, and you get the benefit of facing Miami twice, who's in a total tear-down rebuild right now. If I wanted to sit here and stick it to anybody in the division, I really can't, because the Jets have been the joke of this division, like I said, for the last 15 years. So all I can really say is that I'm hoping we finish in 3rd. And that's a very low bar. We should be able to hit that with Miami being as bad as they are. Buffalo, New England, you are the top 2 in this division. But, yeah, that's all I got on this one. 2026 New York Jets, please just improve. Improve. You have 3 first-round picks in 2027. Build towards something, and let's get on the right track. But you gotta take a step up. 3-14, 4-13, 5-12, that's not going to cut it. This is Joey Jets for IE Sports Radio, and as always, go Jets.
Wow, didn't that sound like me with the Raiders in the last show? I'm just saying, big ups to our boy Joey Jets, man. He's a great guy. Gotta give him some. I gotta show him some love, man. Thank you, sir. What a great preview for them Jets. Awesome job. And it's real, you know? I mean, it's true. Oh, we're in repeat mode right now. Sorry, guys. So, yeah, look, let's just be real. You're right. I hate to, whoopsies. Oh, there we go. Apparently they, look, man, I mean, Joey Jets wants that standing ovation, you know? But look, guys, when it comes down to it, the Jets are just, when you don't get 1 interception all season long, that sucks. You know, I mean, your defense, something has to give. So let's see it. They look a lot like these dang Dolphins, right? We'll talk about in a few minutes. Completely just revamped everything. Let's see how it goes. All right. So, all right, we'll talk about more about the Jets in a little bit after, in my final weigh-in coming up at the end of the show. Let's not waste no more time, man. Let's keep it going, keep it pushing. We got ourselves a good speed moving on, and we're going to change things to that Patriots blue over here, shall we? So, all right, guys, time for the New England Patriots season preview. We got a fun one coming up here with our very own Patriots insider, Brian Francione, our New England insider here at IE Sports Radio. So, switching things over to the New England Patriots. All right, couple things here, guys. Head up to Foxborough, where the defending AFC's champion New England Patriots, who weren't the champs for a few years, but reclaimed the freaking crown, right? They're sitting on the throne again after a stellar 14-3 run last season, and everyone thought they were done, written off, and here they come again. Though it ended with that bitter taste of a Super Bowl loss. They got to the place where they felt they belong, in a place where they have been historically over the last 2 decades many times, more than everybody else. But this time, oh boy, ended with a loss. So head coach Mike Vrabel, okay, and offense coordinator Josh McDaniels didn't rest on their laurels this offseason, though. I'll tell you that. They went out and made blockbuster trades. I mean, they made a splash this summer, okay, trading for disgruntled Eagles star wide receiver A.J. Brown, of course. That's pretty big, right? Dropping a bona fide number one playmaker into an offense piloted by Drake May, who was an absolute MVP last year. I can't even say it. I wanted to think I wanted to say a few things, but you know what? Dude's proved himself, okay? So MVP runner-up, really, okay? He had an amazing year last year and gives this team a frightening downfield dynamic, of course. Okay, it hasn't been entirely smooth sailing. Okay, it hasn't been smooth sailing at all. They've got some heavy questions to answer regarding pass rush depth, with Harold Landry's knee and rookie Gabe Jacas getting a late start. Plus, the natural media spotlight following Vrabel through that craziness. We're not going to go into that, but we know the offseason that was. Okay, but make no mistake about it. The Pats are locked and loaded to defend their crown. And, well, again, this team, they look good. You can't hate on them too much. Okay. It is what it is. Say what you want to say. But this team, they still got a lot of upside to them. So to talk about those New England Patriots, we're going to bring in none other than our boy, man. He, of course, is New England IE Sports Radio New England Insider. Take it away for our official New England Patriots. Sorry. Our official New England Patriots season preview. Be Mad Dog Brian Francione. Take it away, sir.
BMA Dog here of IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that sports, and welcome to the football edition of the flagship 3 and Out, baby. BMA Dog talking about the greatest NFL franchise of all time, the 6-time Super Bowl champion New England Patriots, baby. Yeah. Wow. Last season's outlook, too amazing to say the least. Yes, I know the haters will say, easy schedule. They won 14-3 and made it, facing 3 of the top 5 defenses in Houston, Los Angeles Chargers, and Denver, to get unfortunately trounced by the Seattle Seahawks and their defense. And Kenneth Walker III isn't with Seattle anymore. But anyways, the Patriots had a huge offseason. Amazing last year, one from rebuild by Mike Vrabel, taking over a disastrous 1-year short tenure of the Gerard Mayo days, or the days we no longer talk about in New England. We're the most hated team once again, and with Drake May in the helm, MVP, and our moves we made last year for this offseason, we killed it in the draft. Getting Jabe Lucas, Caleb Lanu as right tackle. He looked great in training camp. He'll be opposite of Will Campbell. You got one rookie last year. Another one comes in this year to protect the blind side. If we have this offensive line healthy, we can make another run for it, because instead of Stephon Diggs off-field issues got him in trouble, in comes A.J. Brown from the Eagles, who they claim they don't miss, but too bad, he's ours now, and you're going to like it. We lost Jalen Hawkins, who was great for us. He was a great pass rusher. Diggs we lost, but Our wide receiver room went from the thinnest the past 5 years to the most thickest it's been since the Tom Brady days. Holy cow. Obviously, A.J. Brown from the Eagles. You got Romeo Dobbs, who they signed from the Green Bay Packers. Kayshon Boutte, who made that amazing catch to win them that divisional game against the Texas. Shake that, baby. And you got Pop Demario Douglas, who has been redeeming himself at training. Matt Collins, who likes to be barefoot and has the Warriors saying, holy cow, that position for the wide receiver too is as crowded as it's ever been. Drake May, besides A.J. Brown, is going to have to make huge targets. Another guy we got in the draft, we lost Julian Hill, who they were going to retry their tight end position with Hunter Henry and him, but next man up, the tight end rookie from Notre Dame, Eli Randon, has been looking awesome in training camp so far. Let's see, they'll be using blocks and hopefully for short passes. But Stevenson and Henderson, you get to create what was in Detroit for years, Montgomery and Gibbs, as a 1-2 running back sensation, baby. Holy cow, they look so good. We got Corey Durden has been looking great. Milton Williams. They need to sign Christian Gonzalez. I think they do have a handshake deal with Bob Kraft, but they're not announcing it because another cornerback who won a Super Bowl, Devin Witherspoon, is still looking to sign. Maybe he's waiting. But he's been practicing like he isn't holding out, so that's a good thing for the Patriots. Harold Landry is out on injured reserve right now, but our defense looks really good in the pass rush. I am very excited to see what this team has. Carlton Davis, third, has gotten hurt, but that's a good way for people to evaluate themselves. Loving what's been going on. If we stay healthy, we're going to be dominant. There's no doubt about it. Season expectations. The ceiling is 14-3 again. We're not going to lose less than 3 games. Let's just face it. They did have a terrible schedule last year, facing the AFC and NFC South last year. But this year, we faced the AFC West with Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs looking to be held. The Denver Broncos, who made a surprising run. We also got Kevin Bird from the Bears. I forgot to mention that earlier. That will be a huge presence in the safety foundation to help hopefully Gonzalez and whoever steps up in cornerback cover. I'm looking forward to that. My apologies. We also have the Los Angeles Chargers, who we did play, and we have to go to them this year. And we got the Raiders, our founder of IE Sports Radio, biggest fan, Larry B. They'll have Fernando, Brock Bowers, and Genty. What a powerhouse that's going to be, depending on how good they really can be. So that's going to be tough. We face the NFC North, which is going to be a battle for first to last place from the Vikings, the Lions in Germany, not Scotland, unfortunately, the Green Bay Packers, and the Chicago Bears with the Iceman Caleb Williams. That'll be fun games to watch. So our ceiling is 14-3. But the worst we should be is 9-8. I hope not, or 10-7, because our schedule is very tough. We're definitely a playoff team. It's either between us or let's stick to it now with our 3 division route. The RATS, Rats. New York Jets. They have Geno Smith again. They're cursed. They can stay in the bottom after what they've done for Spygate. And poor Breece Hall is going to take so much abuse. And who is on the Miami Dolphins now, for crying out loud? No Tua, no Waddle, no Hill, but Achan's there. He's the only man anyone can really name on the Miami Dolphins, so they're going to be fighting for last place of the Jets. And here we go, the Buffalo Bills, the Bills Mafia, the team that celebrated like their own when the Seattle Seahawks defeated us in the Super Bowl, all the New York, Philly, Buffalo fans, you name it. I've never seen a huge celebration in my life. Holy cow. They're going to go down. Josh Allen's great, but his window's all shut, baby. This is B. Maddock with my outlook for the New England Patriots. Signing off. Enjoy 3 and out, folks. Woof.
And that is that need no introduction. Brian Francione. Be Mad Dog. Let's go. This dude is great. We love him. Thank you so much for doing that. And no, I agree. It should be a crazy year. I mean, the AFC West, Broncos are going to be a problem. Probably the Chargers, Chiefs, and Raiders. I don't know. But as of right now, look, let's see how it goes. Fully believe in this team right now, but how far can they take it? We shall see. So, all right, guys, that's going to do it for the Patriots. Let's go ahead and take ourselves a quick break. When we come back, we'll be jumping right on into the Dolphins, finishing off with the Bills. You are watching 3 and Out, 8 divisions in 8 days, AFC East, right here on IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sports. We'll be right back talking Dolphins after this.
Is made from the stadium lights to the stadium shade. The clubhouse crews, the on-field MCs, delicious park food and the summer breeze. Every voice in the game. Catch dirt and diamonds every single week. The California League coverage that you seek with Larry B and Freddie B. Every minor league season for the latest in the California League with Larry B and Freddie B on IE Sports Radio. Keep that dirt flying, and we'll see you next pitch.
Welcome back to 3 and Out right here on IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sports. We are rolling, man. We're just getting through this, having some fun, and doing our thing along the way. Let's keep it going, man. We got the AFC East in the house right now, and we're up in started things off in New York, East Rutherford, New Jersey. Went on over to heated rival there, Boston, and of course now we're heading way down south. Down on into Miami. That's right, y'all. We got Miami Dolphins up next. Miami Dolphins season preview, if you will. Newcomer coming in a few moments to talk, man. Really excited. Rich is a great dude, man. So really excited to have him on the show today. But before we get into that really fast, I just want to weigh in on a few things. If you looked at Miami's offseason and thought, well, they're just rolling over for the Cooper Flag #1, or all that good that sweepstakes, you might think again. All right, the purge. Okay, the purge happened, and I mean, obviously, I know I'm throwing things out there. They're waiting for that #1 overall pick. They're tanking. Remember tank for Tua back in the day? I'm just trying to name some things where it was like, yeah, well, we're done. And we're just gonna roll over again. The purge happened. All right, Tua Tagovailoa, Tyreek Hill, and Jalen Waddle, they're all gone. Okay, leaving behind a mountain of dead cap space. But first-year coach Jeff Hafley and GM John Eric Sullivan, that Green Bay South Brain Trust, okay, refused to lay down. They doubled down on culture, locked up core pieces like Devon Kane, which is huge, okay, and center Aaron Brewer, which is huge, to long-term extensions, and handed the keys to the offense to dual threat quarterback Malik Willis. That's huge, man. I've been waiting to see this dude break out. He's been a couple places around the NFL, and this is really cool. Let's see what he's got. I love they're going to give him a chance. So, sure, the wide receiver room is filled with a bunch of fascinating young flyers and rookies, while where you're asking, like, who's that, right? But this team is built to lean heavily on an offensive explosive run game and a disciplined defensive mindset. So do not sleep on this team just yet. I like what they got going. Like I said, I really do. I'm happy that this team nuked everything. Let's see. Malik Willis has been around for a couple years, man. Let's see. This is his 4th year in the NFL, I think. Let's see what he's got. They got Quinn Ewers back there. They got some dudes. Okay. A Kane, that's huge. I love that. Let's see. Tolbert, hey, Tutu Atwell, let's go. Like, they got some dudes, I'm telling you, where we're like, okay, dude, like, it's crazy. It's freaking crazy to see. But offensive line, again, bunch of dudes are trying to claim themselves. Obviously won't prove themselves. Proctor, huge. Brewer. Defensively, I like what they got going on. This is a solid football team, but I don't want to take it all up. Okay, I don't want to take it all up. Hey, glad to be back. Glad to have you back, Joey Jets. We had him on a few minutes ago, and as you can see, Brian Francione again is doing his thing in the chat, talking about his Patriots. But with that said, we're going to bring ourselves a newcomer, man. So glad to have him a part of us here, well, at least in our chat, talking some football. He is a cool dude, man. And again, just happy to have him here, debuting here on 3 and Out. Ladies and gentlemen, welcoming our boy. He is Richard Hawkins Jr. Getting ready to talk to you all about the Miami Dolphins, give you the Miami Dolphins season preview. Richard, take it away.
What's up, guys? My name is Richard, aka Richie. I've been a Dolphins fan for over 20 years, and I'm going to talk about the Miami Dolphins from last year and up to this year. So first, the recap from last year. I did expect our record to be a little bit better than what it was last year, but when Tyreek Hill got hurt and then Tua played like trash, our season went downhill. And then once he got benched for Quinn Ewers, the season was pretty much done. So in that regards. And the second part is about the off season and the draft. I really do think JES and Hafley, they killed it in regards to the picks, but it also, because some fans, including myself, was kind of disappointed a little bit because we passed on Caleb Downs because we traded down from 11 to 12. So the Cowboys took Downs and we took Kaden Proctor from Alabama. And we also passed on Ruben Bain too from the Hurricanes. So hopefully passing on those two guys doesn't bite us in the ass. But as of the other draft picks, I do think we did pretty well on that. So just a point in time that hopefully those guys can contribute for this upcoming 2026 season. The third is the 2026 upcoming season. So I've told this on my Twitter account. I don't put any expectations in regards to the Dolphins due to the fact that I get disappointed every single year when you put expectations on this team. So I have no expectations. I do expect a rebuild / development season, but they could surprise us too. So you never know. So, but me personally, I can't speak for everybody else, but I do think that we may not have a good season this year. That's all I can say in regards to that. And the fourth, I'm going to talk about our AFC East rivals. I'm going to start off with the Jets. I do think the Jets are pretty much in the same boat as we are as far as the rebuild, because they did trade for Geno Smith in the offseason. So that's their quarterback for now. So I do think they'll be in the same position as us. As far as the Patriots, they do have Drake May, their future quarterback. I really don't have nothing bad to say in regards to them. And they also traded for A.J. Brown as well. So I do think they could be in another good season for them, especially after making the Super Bowl last year. And then also the Buffalo Bills. I'm really not a fan of them. in a respectable rival fan base. Of course, they have Josh Allen. They traded for the receiver from Carolina. I forgot his name. It's a Super Bowl or bust every year for them. So that's pretty much it. This is Richard. Deuces. I'll see y'all later.
That was awesome, man. Let's give some shout out, man. Richard put it down for his team, right? And I like it. Very strong stuff there. Very good, season preview. Let's give it up, man. Richard, great job, buddy. Thanks for being on the show. Hey, man, you got to show. Where was that big one? Where's the big applause? Look at the big applause going. There we go. There we go, man. Again, Richard Hawkins Jr. Appreciate you, buddy, for being here and checking out today's show, man. Well, for being on it, and definitely looking forward to having you back many times, man. But yeah, no, I agree. They nuked the whole franchise. This is it. I mean, the Dolphins, where else are they going to go? They have nowhere place to go but up. You got two giants at the top, and right now there's two bottom feeders. Let's see. Remember, the Patriots were a bottom feeder not too long ago. I mean, some of these teams, the dang Broncos were a bottom feeder a couple years ago. Let's see. I'm telling you, like, this is. Anything could happen any year. Let's see what happens with these Dolphins. So, all right, guys. Well, there you have it. Little bit of Dolphins talk, and it's about that time to get into our final team of the day. And to change up everything here, take this down and change it on up into that Buffalo Bills blue as we get into the Buffalo Bills season preview. About to hand it on over to Adam S. right now. Really excited to have him a part of this today, man. And he worked hard to get us this video today. So real quick, let's go ahead and talk really fast about these guys, man, because I don't know. Buffalo is coming off another crazy season where they're good. Okay, we're heading on up now. We started up way up north, headed on down south to Miami. Now we're headed right back up all the way up. Okay, basically Canada to Buffalo, New York. And again, they're coming off of a crazy year. Another one. I have picked this dang team to be in the Super Bowl for years, just because I want to see them win so bad. Amazing fan base and just a great team. Such a great story. But will they? That's the thing, man. They're coming off of a 12-5 season, heartbreaking postseason exit, and front office patience finally snapped. Sean McDermott is out, and 36-year-old offensive, I don't know what you want to call him, wonderkind, Joe Brady takes over as head coach to finally push this team over the hump. The offense isn't the problem. Let's be real. Josh Allen remains quite literally one of the best football players on the planet. Okay. And adding DJ Moore to this wide receiver room alongside rookie Skylar Bell gives Allen that kind of explosive weaponry that he has craved. Okay. The real drama is on defense, where Jim Leonhard, man, takes over as coordinator, shifting to a 34. They were traditionally a 43. Well, they've been a 43 for a while. Now they're a 34 scheme, and bring in that edge rusher, Bradley Chubb, to fix this run defense that ranked 30 last year, which is crazy. They ranked 30th in yards per carry, and continually let them down over and over and over. So let's see, man. Can the new coaching staff finally get Josh Allen that ring that he deserves? Well, let's find out what a Bills fan has to say, man. Let's hand it on over to none other than IE Sports Radio Bills insider, Adam S.
All right. Happy preseason, everybody. This is Adam S. with a Bills preseason, call it update, call it preview, call it vignette, call it what you will. Anyways, the Mafia is back in town. They are leaving St. John Fisher today and headed back to the new digs, the new Highmark, and should be getting things set up there. But let's start with last season. All in all, we've gotten spoiled as Bills fans, but we went 12-5. Not too much to complain about. The Resurgent Patriots ended our divisional streak, and it ended with that heartbreaking loss in Denver. Still not quite over that one. Josh Allen, again, fell on his sword for that loss, but as I'll talk about, there's more to the Bills' woes than Josh Allen, and you got to love a leader who will fall on his sword that readily. Highlights from last season, surprisingly, who had the number one rushing offense? The Bills. You would think with Josh Allen it would be air raid. Not so much. James Cook, he even got an MVP vote. Josh Allen was Josh Allen. If it's less than 2 yards, the other 31 teams know what's coming, and Josh says, stop me. The big problem with last season was the middle tier defense. Very few sacks. Middle of the road in the run. Middle of the road against the pass. But, as I'm going to talk about, maybe that's going to change. We'll have to see. So what happened during the offseason? Well, we lost a few people. Taylor Rapp is gone. Samuel's gone. One of the bigger losses, and maybe low-key, is David Edwards, the left guard, is gone. And backup tackle, Vandemark, also gone. But if you noticed what the Bills did in free agency, it was addressing the two things that Bills fans complained about the most. One, they got him a weapon. They traded a 2 and a 5 and got DJ Moore. Now, there's a lot of saying, is he going to be Stephon Diggs? If he is, dear Lord, I pity the AFC. And those of you who have social media may have seen a 50-yard dime that he absolutely caught yesterday. The other big ones, all defense. CJ at safety. D. Alford at corner. And Bradley Chubb as an edge/linebacker. Why edge/linebacker, you say? Because that's one of the changes I'm going to talk about here in a little bit. Let's look at the draft. Defensive heavy. Bean did his thing, started accumulating picks, didn't see anybody he wanted in the first round in the late 20s. So in the second, he grabs C.J. Parker, he grabs IGB, a corner, and a defensive end, defensive tackle. But where does Bean make his money? He always makes his money in the mid-rounds, and the Bills killed the mid-rounds. Skylar Bell, Caleb Zelamore, Jalen Kilgore, Zane Durant in rounds 3 through 6, pardon me. Every one of those is a need. Skylar Bell, the guy has hands on his hands have hands. I'll just leave it at that. Elam Zor, because we need a linebacker with a little bit of an edge to him, and Elam Zor has that. Kilgore will probably be wearing a uniform on Sundays at safety, if nothing else, to be the nickel safety opposite Bishop and CJ, but we'll see. They added a punter and a couple of likely practice squad players. But other than that, all in all, not too bad an offseason. No big splashes, and I didn't expect any. There was talk about trading for Justin Jefferson and things along those lines, but I think that might be a next year thing when he's cheaper. All right, let's move into this season. What's it going to look like? Is James Cook still going to cook? Edwards is gone. They did draft another tackle. He'll just be a rotational player. But I figured James Cook to figure heavily in with the new offense and maybe a bit more of a pass-catching threat out of the back. We'll have to see about that. With the addition of DJ Moore, are we going to see a return to Air Josh, maybe? Having a true number one with Shakir and Kincaid and Keon Coleman? I don't know. We'll see. That's the other big question I have. Is Keon going to live up to his purpose, what we drafted him for? Is Kincaid going to stay healthy and be the weapon we all thought he would? The other big thing is the big shift, the defensive side, moving from 3-4 to 4-3. That's going to mean you're going to have guys who've been playing D-end, playing more outside linebacker. Rousseau, Chubb, things along those lines. They're going to be more true edge defenders with a little bit of outside linebacker thrown in. Does this mean we're finally going to have a pass rush and a run defense? Yeah, hey, TBD. We'll see. I fully expect nothing less than 12-5 this year. It is a harder schedule. 13-4, I'd be happy with. Anything above that, I'd be ecstatic with. But let's look at the AFC East and the challenges the Bills have. One, are the Patriots for real? We're going to find out. They've got a first-place schedule, And our divisional draw this year was brutal. We got the West. So if Drake May is going to be Drake May, he's going to have to prove it. Secondly, can we all agree just to warm ourselves by the dumpster fire that is the Miami Dolphins? I mean, this is tank for Tua 2.0, insert quarterback here. I don't think they're going to break 500. And finally, the other team, the Jets. They are the mystery card in the division. I don't know what we're going to do, what they're going to do. They had a hellacious draft, but they've always had a hellacious draft. So, could they be that sneaky 10-7, 11-5 team that comes in, or will the Jets jet and compete with Miami for a top 5 pick? Anyways, for all your football knowledge, guys, 3 and Out on IE Sports Radio. I'll be here covering the Bills all season. As always, be good, do good. God bless, and go Bills.
For the last 10 years, IE Sports Radio has been bringing you amazing content ranging from interviewing legendary athletes, coaches, and other authorized media personnel to building tailor-made shows dedicated to all major sports cities around the country. Make sure to follow us at IE Sports Radio on X, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and YouTube to keep up with the latest in sports and with all of our shows. Also, make sure to check out our daily updated website at iesportsradio.com. At iesportsradio.com, you can see our daily show schedule and check out all of our show pages with personal bios to learn a little bit more about each of our awesome hosts. In addition to our show pages, you can catch the iSports Radio blog, Hall of Fame, Fans of the Month page, and our merchandise shop, including t-shirts, tank tops, caps, long sleeves, hoodies, and more. For now over a decade here at IE Sports Radio, we've continued to be by the fans, for the fans, and we thank you all for your support and for making IE Sports Radio your direct feed for all that is sports. All right, y'all. Welcome back to 3 and Out, 8 divisions in 8 days. AFC East Day. Can we show some love for Adam S., man? Dude, put it down for the Bills. Awesome job. Great stuff. He did a great job in that Bills season preview. And well, here we go, guys. Let's get on over into this final weigh-in. We can close today out. We have 2 shows down now and get on into those last 2. So for the AFC. So, all right, yeah, guys, it was a great one, man. Time for my final weigh-in of the AFC East for the 2026 season. And we've looked at the rosters, we looked at the drama. Now it's time to lay down the law on how this division shakes out from top to bottom. So here's how I see the final standings finishing up, complete with ceilings, floors, and rationale behind every single spot. Some of you, I know, it's fine. I know this is where I always get love and hate. It's okay. It's all right. It happens. But all right, starting things off, guys. This one's a tough one because I feel like there's 2 teams at the bottom. We know who they are. Number 4, I know everyone hate me, Miami. I'm sorry, but I'm gonna go Miami Dolphins. Okay, look, the roster purge was real, and Rich even said it himself. He doesn't expect a good season. Okay, the dead money is astronomical. Okay, Malik Willis is stepping into a tough spot with a brand new, unproven receiver core, and they face a brutal schedule. However, okay, Jeff Hafley is going to squeeze every ounce of competitive fight out of this defense. And a strong ground game led by Devon Kane will keep this team from being a total doormat. I'm not saying they won't be a doormat. I hate to say that, but they'll still have some fight. They won't be a dumpster fire, but they're building for tomorrow, and I think that's safe, and I think that's respectable. At least it doesn't look like they're going in reverse. Okay, they have something going on now, and that's how I feel about those Miami Dolphins. Changing it up to that Jets green because they're not far away. Oh, you know what? Whoopsies, totally forgot. I know I was bound to do this on one of these darn shows today. Let's go ahead and switch it back to the Miami Dolphins real quick. Okay, so really fast, my ceiling and floor for these guys. I'm going to go with 4 wins as a floor. I hate to say it, but 4 to 5 wins as a floor. 7 wins as a complete ceiling, and I mean complete. I don't see these guys winning over 7 games. If they do win over 7 games, that's great, but I see them right around there. So 7 to 4, okay, between those two. The floor 4 being the floor, which I hope it's nothing less than that. I feel bad for them if it is. But 7 wins, I can definitely see as the 100% maxed out ceiling. Who knows? They can completely surprise the crap out of us, but that's where I see this team right now. Okay, let's now switch it back over to that Jets green for number 3. Because again, they're not different. They're like a couple wins different. The ceiling for this, well, let's go with the floor first. I have them at like 5 wins. 5 to 6 wins as a floor. Wins, maybe 8, and that's like a stretch. 9 is crazy, in my opinion, just because they're a little bit better than the Dolphins. They're not a lot better. Okay, so I think that's respectable. 7, 8, 9 wins, probably right around 8. And the rationale for this is, look, the transformation of this defense is night and day. Going from 0 interceptions to actually having a secondary with Minkah Fitzpatrick, D'Angelo Pons, and a pass rush featuring David Bailey. That changes everything. Okay. Geno Smith. Hey, I mean, again, people are making fun of him. Watch him come out and do his thing. Okay. But Geno Smith is in a much better situation than he was in Vegas. Okay. We know that. Surrounded by, he's got Garrett Wilson, he's got Breece Hall, behind a solid line. I won't call them a great line, but they're solid. Okay. So with the 5th easiest schedule in the league, from what I've read, that's just what people are saying. Look, Gang Green takes a significant step forward than last year and flirts. Okay, we'll say flirts with the 500 schedule. With going 500. Okay, above 500. Will they? I don't know. But that's where I see these guys. Okay. Now, this is where things get a little crazy. This is where it gets fun. Okay. I hate to even do this because I've been picking these guys as my number 1 for years. But number 2, I got to go Buffalo Bills. And here's my reason, okay? The floor for this team, I think, is 11 wins, which is a freaking high floor, okay? They're still really good. Ceiling, we're talking 13, 14 wins, okay? Josh Allen is going to keep this team in every single game, okay? And keeping Joe Brady as a head coach guarantees continuity on offense. The real question is whether Jim Leonard's 3-4 defense and the addition of Bradley Chubb can fix the run-stopping woes that plagued them in past postseasons. They are easily a double-digit win juggernaut, but until we see that defense stand tall in January, they have to prove they can wrestle the crown back. And again, that's a really high floor, okay? And the ceiling for these guys, I mean, they can win as many games as they want to. And I stand by that. I really do. But, hey, number 1. These guys were number 1 last year. I'm going to put them at number 1 again. And obviously, the New England Patriots has changed that color to that Patriots, dark blue, navy blue, whatever you want to call it, because these guys, they're the real deal, man. They got all the way to the Super Bowl last year. Yeah, they were destroyed, but whatever. Drake May proved himself to be the real deal. Even proved to everybody. He did not prove nothing to nobody, but he proved it and did an amazing job. I mean, the guy made it to the NFL. It says a lot, but dude is on one. And you know what? I'm happy for him. I really am. Write it down. The champs repeat. Mike Vrabel proved he is one of the best coaches in the business. And adding A.J. Brown to pair with Drake May, it gives this offense an elite, terrifying vertical dimension that they just didn't have. And it's crazy because they didn't have that totally, and they still made it to the Super Bowl. Says a lot. Even with some lingering questions about edge depth and a tougher schedule, et cetera, this team is deeper. They're more talented on paper than they were during last year's run. And again, they went to the freaking Super Bowl and built to, I don't know. I think they're built to grind out close games, really. Patriots take the division once again, and that's what I see. So again, I know some people are probably hating me and all that. Let's get ourselves back to our traditional AFC color code and end out the show. But that's where I'm at, man. That's where I think this game is. I mean, this team is, and this division, and there is a wrap on the AFC East. With that said, you guys, I am Larry B. And well, you can join me in about 5 minutes as we head on down to the AFC South to continue on 3 and out 8 divisions in 8 days. I'll see you there. Until then, take care. And as always, God bless. Peace.
IA Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sports. 3 and out, 8 divisions in 8 days. Let's go. On the training camp turf, the baddest collision on the face of the earth. 32 teams coming hungrier than ever. We smash through the grind and we pull together. Turn up the volume, let the speakers explode. IA Sports Radio, the king of the road. The season premiere is breaking the mold. The summer can't hold. NFC week is locked at the door. Now we're crossing the line for the AFC war. 3 and out, the battle lines are drawn. 8 divisions strong, the war is going on. Lock it in today, we're clearing out the way. 8 divisions deep, 8 divisions in 8 days. 3 and out. North to the Wild Wild West, East Coast to South, putting teams to the test. Stick it to them now, let the trash talk fly.